All right, good morning and welcome to the first episode of Utopian Cafe here on YouTube. This show is about 6 months in the making, and we're going to go live for you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., sometimes maybe 11 a.m., but today we're coming at you at 7 a.m. today. So good morning if you're joining us. The Utopian Baseball Universe. This is going to be a little bit different than what we've done within the Facebook group. That was very heavy on stats and results, and we're still going to talk about a lot of that, but you're still going to get those results at night through the group. And then this morning, we're going to talk about highlights, of course, but we're also going to talk a lot of Major League Baseball, just life in general. One thing I do want to mention is the show doesn't have any sponsors, but I do love all kinds of mustard. So if any of you mustard executives are watching, hit me up. I like Duke Cannon Thick Body Wash. I've been rocking that for about 3 months. What else? I just started using hair styling stuff just within the last couple weeks because I'm growing my hair out. So if any of you are watching the show, I'd love to have you on as a sponsor. I'm also drinking my third cup of coffee ever. I'm enjoying some cafe mocha. What do you call it? Creamer. So this is my third cup of coffee ever. And I just want to give anyone out there who's thinking about trying coffee for the first time. Again, this is only my third cup ever. It's very important when you put the water in and then you put the coffee cup thing in the top. You hit your little brew button. Very important. Try to put down one of these in time. It's a cup, mug. If you don't do that, you're just going to have a hot mess. Literally a hot, piping hot mess all over your counter. I'm not saying I did that, but I'm not saying I didn't do that. So put a cup down if you want to enjoy the coffee. It just makes it easier to drink, too, if it's in a cup. All right, guys, let's talk about this past weekend, the AllStar Games. It was a fantastic weekend, as seen all over the Utopian Baseball Universe network, as brought to you by Xbox. On Saturday afternoon on NBC, the West beat the North 7-3. The West scored 4 runs in the third inning off Big Ed Walsh. That pretty much put it away. At that point, it was 6-1. Ray Dandridge had the go-ahead solo homer in the second. He added an RBI single in the third. He'd end up being the MVP of that game. San Diego's Ray Dandridge, third baseman, was the MVP. So the West advanced to Sunday. On Saturday night on TBS, the South beat the East 3-2. The game was 2-1 heading into the eighth inning. Cool Papa Bell went high off the monster with an RBI double to tie it. And then in the ninth, Pete Hill with a pinch hit RBI double. He almost had a triple that gave the South the lead for good. So the South advanced 3-2. And then yesterday, the West wrapped it up with a 9-4 win. Nolan Arenado had 4 hits, 2 RBIs. He actually stole 3 bases in this game, scored a pair of runs. But the MVP in last night's game was Buster Posey. Had a 2-run homer early and a 2-run homer late that kind of sealed the deal. So the West wins this year's AllStar Games. Now, if you're in the group right now, if you're in the Facebook group, go ahead and vote. We're voting for next year's the 2022 All-Star Game host city. Now, we were in LA last year, so the Dodgers won't be eligible for a while. We left the Angels out of it just because pretty much the same area. So your choices for next year's host city are going to be San Francisco, San Diego, Oakland, Seattle, Denver, and Phoenix. So go ahead and vote now. It's up as listed as an announcement. You have 24 hours to vote. We're going to unveil the host city tomorrow on the Utopian Cafe. So very much looking forward to that. The second half of the season kicks off tonight. Only one game in the universe tonight, as we did last year. We kick it off with one big game. You're going to see that on Xbox later tonight. It's going to be Matt Sadoff, St. Louis Cardinals versus Geeker Cruisin's Chicago Cubs. Adam Wainwright versus Jake Arrieta. That should be a great way to kick off the season. The second half of the season, Cardinals Cubs tonight on Xbox. A little later today, we'll get you a preview for the rest of the week. All other series are starting tomorrow. It's going to be all night games tomorrow. Cardinals and Cubs will have tomorrow off. They'll resume their series on Wednesday. So again, very much looking forward to that. It's been a great first half of the season. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. Right now, our division winners or division leaders are the Toronto Blue Jays, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So it's going to be an exciting second half of the season. Let's talk about trivia. Trivia is coming up. Summer tournament starts July 14th. That's going to be the night after the All-Star Game in Major League Baseball. So that traditionally falls on a Tuesday. So the night after, we're going to do game one of the first of 3 first-round games. 7 participants. 2 of those 7 will advance to the semifinals. So very much looking forward to that. That's also going to be right here on YouTube. Last year's champion J.D. Schloss is in the tournament. We got Mitch Nellis. Talk about him more in a second. Andrew Pfeffer's back. Greg Focker's back. And then we got a bunch of newbies. Very much looking forward to the trivia. Speaking of Mitch Nellis, every day, Monday through Friday, you can see him on Facebook Live at 7:30 a.m. He started his show, I believe, June 1st of 2020. So he's going now on 13 months. He does about 10, 15 minutes every morning, talks a lot of, sports, but also talks about things happening in his community. He's been a big supporter of the Utopian Baseball Universe. So if you're watching this live or later, check out Mitch Nellis every morning. I believe the page name is Mitch Nellis Thunder MKE. Check him out. He's coming up at 7:30 a.m. this morning. Good friend of mine. You're going to have to check him out. I want to welcome a couple new members to the universe, Carlos and Leslie. Leslie actually reached out to me personally and asked for more information about how this all works, and I sent that to you, Leslie. I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you have any other questions, certainly feel free to reach out. Carlos and I belong to a couple different groups together, so thank you for being here, Carlos and Leslie, in the Utopian Baseball Universe. I want to wish a happy birthday to Vince, Austin, James, and I believe, let me know if I'm saying this right, Roto Rob, all celebrating birthdays within the universe today. So happy birthday to you guys. We'll also do that formally within the group here in a couple minutes. So today's show, we don't have any guests today. Obviously, we don't have anything to talk about as far as Utopian results. I know we had the All-Star games, just 3 games to talk about. I wanted to do something special for the first show. So I'm a writer. I don't know if I'm a good writer or a bad writer, but I do write and I do enjoy it. And so it runs in the family. Actually, my grandfather, my dad's dad, my dad's grandfather, I should say, all right, now I got to think here. Yeah, my dad's dad, Joseph Buchholz. Sorry for the confusion. There's a lot of Joes and Nicks in the family. Joes, Nicks, and Graces. So I just got to think it through. But my dad's dad was also named Joseph Buchholz. And when he was 18 years old, he was asked to write the class motto for his graduating class, 1928. So we're talking 93 years ago. And I'd like to present a little bit of that to you today to end the show. It's called B, and was written by Agnes Waleka and my grandfather, Joseph Buchholz, again, 93 years ago. So I'd like to share some of it for you today. That's how we'll end it. Just wanted to do something special in honor of him. There is no state in life or of nature that is not necessarily preceded by its period of preparation. The erection of a building, the seeding of a field, the establishment of any enterprise, great or small, call for thorough preparatory work. An apprentice at any trade must serve many years in mastering the simplest principles of his work before he dare even attempt any of the better things toward which his future efforts are to be directed. Deep down in the heart of every young American man or woman lies an ambition to become great, to study of the noble deeds and great advancements of others is to long to be equally as grand ourselves, and our souls are inspired with burning desire for some opportunity to display our heroism or strength of character. It is common characteristic of duties of life and to consider ourselves, or it is a common characteristic of us who are young in years to bewail our inability to grasp the larger duties of life and to consider ourselves of no use in the world because we are not able to do these large things, which those we must admire are doing for the benefit of the world. We need to remind ourselves over and over again that not everybody is fitted to fill a large place in the world, and that the small things are just as essential to the welfare of mankind, and that no action, whether foul or fair, is ever done, but it leaves somewhere a record, written by fingers ghostly, as a blessing or a curse, and mostly in the greater strength or greater weakness of the acts which follow it. Be, that means everything. To not only exist from day to day, but to perform every duty well. Thus we'll understand the value of making full use of the one small talent with which we have been equipped. Thus, will we feel the joy of being faithful in those little things which will make us faithful also in much. Thus, will we realize that no life can be pure in its purpose or strong in its strife, and all life not be purer and stronger thereby, and that by just being noble, we are in a larger way than we know doing noble things. However small we may feel ourselves or our work to be, we will know that it is unlimited in the possibilities and will not despise the smallest task, but feel that we have indeed chosen well our motto, be. So this is something I think about daily, and we'll end the show by asking you guys to just be the best you can, be the best you can. I got through that. Couldn't get through that rehearsing it the last couple weeks, but I got through it. So never got to meet the man. He passed away when my own father was 13. But I'm proud of you, Grandpa. All right. Thank you for being here. The first episode of the Utopian Cafe. Again, if you're looking to be a sponsor for the show, here's just a quick list of things I enjoy: mustard, hot sauces, body wash. I like memory foam pillows. I like memory foam Crocs. Chex Mix, the Rye Crisp specifically, gift cards. Can you imagine if just gift cards was a sponsor? Anyway, thank you for being here. The first episode. We'll see you tomorrow again at 7 a.m. Everyone have a great day. Mitch Nellis is next on Facebook.